Now, the mooring system that's going to hold it in place, engineers have designed it. Everything we've done, the sheet pile, they have designed it. We're very conservative, and we think it's going to be successful. But again, it's Mother Nature, and we are taking every precaution we can, and everyone is participating. And let me just tell you, everything we've asked for, they said go get it. Don't think about how you're going to pay for it. We'll get it paid for. And conversation 7 o'clock this morning in Baton Rouge. I got it again. Don't worry about it, Bill. Just tell your people to get it done. Get her done or something like that. Well, that's what we're doing. And let me tell you, not only are we as the Levee District doing this, we have an effort in Amelia. We have an effort in Berwick. We're supporting the city of Morgan City. We have an effort in Patterson. We have Wilson's Landing. We have some things we have to do down around the Cotton Road, all the way across the parish over to Franklin. We're gonna end up closing 3 canals over in Franklin, and if Highway 90 had water on it during Gustav or Ike, it would have it on it again here. So we're not going to take a chance. We're going to close them off. If we need evacuation route, it's Highway 90 for us, and it'll be open. So we're doing everything that we can to try to protect, as Tim and as the Colonel has said, not just local areas, but the entire area. And so let me just tell you, and I need to reinforce a couple of things. We're working with Sheriff Narcan. We need security on the levees. We are going to remove all the locks off the levee, any fence, okay? And we're going to ask people to stay out. And we need your help to enforce that. Stay out. Don't be inquisitive. Just look at it on TV. But we do not want people rotting the levees. If you damage the levee, let me just tell you, if you damage the levee, not only will you be fined $500, but you will also repair whatever you damaged. So it's not, don't take it lightly, okay? No four-wheel driving to go run in the water. That's not going to happen. We're going to stop you. And Sheriff Narcan is going to enforce that, and we've got that system all worked out. And again, there's not going to be any locks, and I think Mr. Paul Narcan, okay, I think understand that all cattle is going to be moved off by Sunday. Is that correct? Okay. So you know, this is for the people. Okay. And I heard today from one of our board members who is a cattleman that there's a place that is accepting cattle. So if you have cattle and you don't have a place to move it and keep it, they will keep it for you. So, you know, get in touch with the parish and work that out. Again, this is our fight, yours and mine. It's not just the levee districts or the Corps or the cities. It's everybody's. You have to have your eyes open and pay attention. And if you see things like seeping water or sand boils, report it to us, and we will get the proper protection for that area. And but don't wait. Do it as soon as you notice it. Tim, I think that's it.
Okay, thank you. All right, I do want to provide an opportunity for those of you who would like to ask some questions, and to, first off, because we want to make sure that everyone can hear the questions, we would like you to ask to go to the microphone in the center. And I'm going to ask the Colonel a question before he gets away. Okay. I'm here till the last person goes home. All right. Colonel, there were some, we were following the predictions, of course, of what the flow might be, and using that for predicting when perhaps the Morganza floodway would be utilized. Do you have an update on the current predictions as compared to what we're seeing actually?
Predictions on Morganza?
Well, on the river itself. which may trigger like 1.4 million.
Yeah. At this point, we think that the flow is starting to slow down a little bit, which is a good thing, okay? So we think that we're not going to, there's a chance, now National Weather Service has not predicted this, but in the numbers that we're crunching, we're seeing a little bit less flow. So, again, I don't want to mess you up with all the numbers, but we're seeing a little bit less flow. So that's a good thing.
You know, I guess the most important thing that I didn't say, and I need to say, is that all that equipment is on location right now. We expect to have the McDermott barge in position tomorrow morning and down to its draft, which is going to be 25 feet. It's going to draft 25 feet. We have 3 power driving rigs. One of them is just going to be handling power, but the other 2 are going to be driving. They have told us that they can drive 100 feet a day. Got 2 rigs. That's 200 feet. We've got 1,000 feet. That's 5 days. So if you want to know what's our best estimate right now, starting tomorrow sometime, 5 days, and we should be finished. Mr. Holden and the Colonel told me that we expect to have rock in 3 days. Everything is on schedule right now, so that's the plan, and I failed to tell you when we estimate it, but that's what our schedule says right now.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
My question is about the Morganza spillway. I know back in '73 when it was opened, it was damaged with some scouring and some other type of damage. I know it was fixed back to its original state after the '73 flood. In '88, '87, when the Bonnie Carey was open, the spillway also received some damage, and but it was never opened, and only the immediate area was flooded. There have been rumors, things on the internet, saying that also back in '73, after you opened it, it was difficult to close. Can you guarantee us that once you open the Morganza, can you close it after?
Right.
Or is this going to become the Mississippi?
Okay, I'll answer the last question first. Once we open it, absolutely yes, we can close it. No doubt about it. Okay, no doubt about it. Now, the last time that the Morganza floodway was opened was in fact in 1973. It was opened because the flow going through Old River was actually scouring the structure at Old River, and there was a chance that we were going to lose the Old River structure.
Correct.
And so to save that structure so that everything else wouldn't be flooded uncontrolled, we opened up Morganza, okay? Then in 1986, we opened up the auxiliary structure up at Old River. So if you go up to Old River now, there's a hydro plant, there's the low sill structure, then there's the auxiliary structure. It was the low sill structure that was damaged in 1973, and then we built the auxiliary structure because of that in 1986. So there was no damage to the Morganza structure. It was to the Old River, number one, and then number two, yes, once we open it, we can close it. And I was going to say we'll invite everybody up to take a look at it, but I got to tell you this, look, if you haven't been up there, it's very congested, it's very narrow, it's on a 2-lane state road, LA1, and if we get the authority to open that, we're going to shut off the traffic to go across Highway 1. I don't know the exact checkpoints that the state police have, but you're not going to be able to come through there. We'll close the LA1 for, I don't know, I think 8 hours is what we're estimating, 6 to 8 hours. So for your own safety, don't come take a look at it. You can come maybe a couple of weeks if we open it, and if it has to be open for a little while, go take a look up there later on, okay? But don't come up there real soon next week when we open it, if we do.
So the Morganza was never damaged or the levee surrounding it?
Okay. One other point is, if we have to operate that structure, we're going to stream it live on the internet. Okay? So if you have internet capability, if you go to ustream.com, the letter U?
Yes, ustream.com.
Ustream.com,
Not Y-O-U, but U.
the letter U, ustream.com, and probably just type in Morganza and it'll pop up. And you can sit in the comfortable confines of your own home or office. No, not in your office. And you'll be able to watch it.
So, sir, the last thing I said was the Morganza or its levees were never damaged in
No.
any of the floods?
No, in '73, the north abutment had some slight damage to it, which has been repaired. But again, I was there yesterday. I walked the structure. I looked at it. We operated the gates. As a matter of fact, we had some extra gates. We didn't operate the gates that are there. We had extra gates that we were working on. They tested the cranes. They worked the equipment. We're going to be okay.
Thank you.
Mayor Mott, could you update us on Walnut Street?
The Walnut Street Canal is to be closed. We were starting the process today, and it should be closed tomorrow. Correct, Carl? Should be closed tomorrow night. By noon tomorrow. Bob? Yes.
Well, thank you. It's been very informative today. I'm glad you could get down here. But I own a business in the east end of Morgan City, and I have some employees that live out in Bayou Lewis. I'm wondering what's their condition going to be like out there?
Well, they will be in the 0 to 5 area also, and while I'm not familiar with their elevations, I do know from my conversations with the police jury president, Marty Trish, that they are stationing sandbag machines and sandbag machines in tiger dams for the protection of their area. I don't know if anybody else has any knowledge about Bayou Lewis, but that's what I do know about Bob.
Do you think Highway 90 might be closed just east of Morgan City, just past Southern Scrap in that area?
Joe, would you like to answer that? Yeah.
The parish president, Marty Trish, informed me this afternoon they're trying to position 3 miles of water dams, that's the tubes, in order to try to protect the lowest areas. They started shooting elevations yesterday, and they're preparing it today, and by the weekend, I think that they'll have all those in place.
Okay, thank you.
Highway 90, and I'm assuming you're talking about the old Highway 90, 182?
That's correct.
182, you know anything about those?
No, we don't have any information on that at this time. By tomorrow, we should have something out in the public to inform everyone about those areas.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
I'm affiliated with a recovery organization. The homeowners that are affected and need help, either in removing debris or in repairing their home, who is collecting that information so that we can contact them and get a list of work to be done after it's over?
That's being managed out of the Office of Homeland Security for St. Mary Parish. Mr. Duval Arthur. Duval, would you stand? And
What was the name?
Duval Arthur, Office of Homeland Security, St. Mary Parish.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.